Hi everyone, my name is Isaac and I've been using the OnePlus 6T for a little over a month now, and out of all the Android devices I've tried this year, I just keep coming back to this phone for a whole bunch of different reasons. Starting out with the design. From the front to the back, this phone looks beautiful. I have the frosted matte black glass version that kind of looks like ceramic, feels amazing, very unique, and it also has this kind of cool sort of lighting S-curve effect as well. You gotta see it in person, it looks awesome. Even though the back of the phone does look beautiful, I mostly have the OnePlus official sandstone case on the back of my phone for some extra protection. It looks great, feels great, adds some extra grip and comfort, and I also have this little yellow D-brand skin around the camera for a bit of an extra punch for the design. Now up front, you have a 6.4-inch display that does look quite beautiful as well. It is OLED, it does look awesome, it's bright, it's vibrant, the contrast is great for an OLED panel here too, the blacks are nice and deep, and honestly I have really no complaints with this display. Even the new kind of water drop, teardrop, notch design also looks awesome as well. It really is a unique looking differentiator on the front of this phone. There's also the excellent signature OnePlus alert slider on the side as well that works great. I use it all the time, super convenient. And this is one of the first phones with an in-display fingerprint scanner as well. So for my usage, it works about 85 to 90% of the time that I want to use it. And when you do use it, you look like an absolute boss as well, scanning through the glass on this phone. And the thing is, when it doesn't work though, it's kind of disappointing. So basically what I've learned, and you have to always kind of do this, is put your entire thumb or finger over the fingerprint scanner, not the sides of your finger, it won't read it properly. Put your entire finger on the scanner and it should almost always work. It is mostly pretty quick as well, and OnePlus does say that it does get faster over time, and I hope it actually does get faster because it is a really cool feature, and right now, it is pretty quick, but not as quick as like a standard regular fingerprint scanner. What usually tends to happen though is that Face Unlock unlocks my phone before the fingerprint scanner does, which is totally alright, totally fine by me. So basically have both of them scanned in at the same time, and you'll have a quick unlock method each time. But despite the beautiful design, awesome look, and some great features and functions, the phone is missing some features as well that you may miss on this device. First of all, there's no Qi wireless charging even though the phone has a glass back. There's also no official water resistance, no micro SD card slot, and there's also no headphone jack this year as well, which is the latest exclusion on this phone. OnePlus of course includes a dongle in the box for your older 3.5mm headphone jack headphones, and if you want to get a pair of true USB-C headphones, OnePlus also sells the bullets with USB-C, and for my testing, they are pretty good. For performance, this phone performs like an absolute beast. It is a OnePlus phone, which basically means excellent daily performance with some almost overkill specifications. My phone has a Snapdragon 845 with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, all equating to amazing daily performance and daily usage. No matter what you throw at this phone, from the easy stuff like social media browsing and web browsing to intensive games and a whole bunch of multitasking applications open, this phone performs like an absolute dream and no issues from my testing with performance at all. Basically, you tap an application, it opens almost instantly right away, and with either 6GB of RAM or 8GB of RAM, you can keep a whole bunch of applications open and multitasking for long periods of time without them reloading or restarting. And also alongside great performance and specifications, the phone also has an amazing version of Android as well, which is called Oxygen OS. Every time I use a OnePlus phone, I'm reminded just how good Oxygen OS is to use on a daily basis. It's buttery smooth, no bloatware or anything unnecessary in the software, just useful, smart additions and tweaks as well. One of my favorite parts of the new Oxygen OS have to be these new gestures for navigation, which perform amazing. They're super smooth, great animations as well when you're closing an application. OnePlus really nailed it here with these new gestures. Unlike many other phone manufacturers, OnePlus actually increased the battery size of this phone from 3300 mAh on the OnePlus 6 to 3700 mAh on the OnePlus 6T. And that battery increase is definitely noticeable during daily usage, and it is greatly appreciated. The 3700 mAh battery almost always gives me a full, solid day and a half of usage every single time, no matter what I'm doing with the phone. Taking a whole bunch of pictures, watching videos, using social media, responding to emails, this phone always gives me a consistent day and a half. And if you use your phone a bit less than I personally do, you can probably get 2 days of solid battery life easily every single day. It's great to see OnePlus actually giving consumers more battery life on their new phones instead of taking it away every single year. But one of the best features of the OnePlus 6T that almost makes up for the lack of wireless charging has to be dash charging. Basically, you plug the phone in with the included wall charger and the included cable, and you get a whole bunch of battery life back in just a few minutes of charging with these two accessories. It's one of those things that you really get used to when using a OnePlus phone, and going back to any other phone, you do definitely miss it. Okay, so the cameras. The cameras of the OnePlus 6T are pretty solid in my opinion, starting out with the selfie camera that is 16 megapixels, takes some okay selfies, but the main action here is all about the rear cameras on this phone. You have a 16 megapixel main camera and a 20 megapixel secondary camera. You can see some examples here I shot with the OnePlus 6T's camera setup, and mostly with this setup, you're gonna get some really great pictures. Now at times, some shots may lack a bit of brightness and contrast, might not be as vibrant as you'd like, but mostly, about 8 out of 10 times, pictures here are gonna be pretty solid. For portrait mode shots, I'm usually fairly impressed as well. Like, sometimes it will nail the shot, create a great depth of field, sometimes it really won't, but usually you can get away with a pretty decent kind of faux blur effect. The OnePlus 6T also kind of has its very own night mode effect, similar to the Pixel 3 and 3 XL and the Huawei P20 Pro, but it's not really as good as those phones. It looks really weird, kind of super over sharpened. It doesn't look great. But here's a little tip. You can actually install the Pixel 3 and 3 XL camera application for this device to use, and you can use the night sight mode from the Pixel 3 on this device, and results are significantly better than the OnePlus's night sight mode, so definitely check it out. And you can also sometimes get better shots with the Pixel 3 camera app than you can with the OnePlus camera app with just standard day-to-day shots. See which one works best for you, but link down below if you want to check it out for yourself. .4K video here is pretty solid on the OnePlus 6T. It can be a bit more saturated than I like at times, a bit too colorful, but mostly it looks great, it's sharp, it's crispy. Stabilization is also on point here, it's very smooth, but you do get this kind of weird sort of jittery blur effect at times, which is definitely a bit annoying, but it only happens when you're like running or really walking fast with the phone. Okay, so the OnePlus 6T, all of these features, the design, the performance, specifications, the camera quality, the whole package here, all for $550 US unlocked. In my opinion, that's a pretty great deal for this device. But keep this in mind, this may be the last year of the budget OnePlus phone, especially because next year, the OnePlus 7 or whatever it's going to be called may have 5G support, which could increase the price by $200 to $300 US, so just keep that in mind. This might be the last OnePlus budget phone we see, but for now, I'm a big fan of this phone, especially at its great price point. I'm going to keep using the OnePlus 6T, putting it through its paces, testing it all out, but I want to hear your thoughts about this phone in the comments down below. Is it a good price? What do you think of the features? What do you think of the camera? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.